Hi guys! Thank you so much for joining on Weekly Assault. My name is Raibot01, CM for World Tanks Mercenaries, and then we have obviously Tankz0rz.
Tankz0rz.
Yeah, tech extraordinaire, and then we have a fabulous guest today.
Hello.
Bam1500 is joining in, and he's gonna talk a little bit about this community initiative that we just launched as of yesterday afternoon, but everyone got, the fabulous email. About you guys hopping in and joining and what's this all about. So super fun. A couple of other announcements. Of course, +1 -1 matchmaking is returning, so make sure you go into portal to find out all the dates and all the information. And along with +1 -1, we are also running a contest that you guys have to participate by signing up and joining, subscribing, clicking through all of our social media channels. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that as well. And through the conversation, we're also going to be giving away Excalibur tanks, which as of, the moment that it came out, it became one of my top 10 favorite tanks in World Tanks Mercenaries.
Yeah, you wouldn't stop messaging about it.
I was
like, this tank is so fun. I love it.
I love this vehicle. In fact, it kicked a tank out of the German tech tree.
I was going to say, where does it lie with your favorite or your love for the Stark?
Okay, no.
Oh, I didn't know you had a lot of love for the Stark.
Oh my god, I freaking love that tank. Okay, so the Excalibur plays similar to the Stark tank. Of course, you don't have siege mode, but it definitely plays about the same way. Keep your distance, extremely good rate of fire. The reload is just unbelievable. You have to keep your distance because the armor is just weak. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, you didn't see me brawling at all. I always kept my distance. Sniping and giving support to my team players, so it does play like a lower tier Stark, and maybe that's why I like it. And what I also like about it is that there's no siege mode involved, so you're immediately ready.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to like go and then position yourself and go, nothing like that. So that does take a couple seconds, of my time.
That's what's fun about the Stark, right?
God, no.
The risk reward.
I love it, and I would say now it's on my top. I have list of 10 tanks. It would be on my top 5. I know it went up that high because I was having.
All right.
Kick butt matches.
I haven't tried it yet. So
oh God, no! And this is why I'm going to be giving them away all today because I want to spread the love. The Excalibur is just like the best. Anyway. I'm already noticing a lot of love +1 -1, so yes, I super excited. We are super excited that you guys are excited. We ran a poll on Twitter, and I believe 80% of you are like, yay! So we hear you. What else is going on other than Bam1500 right here? Joining us, having a blast. You're like, oh my god.
Oh, you guys got so much energy. I gotta catch up.
Drink the coffee.
I got tea. That's my mistake.
Actually, you got the same. I think I got the same tea as you. So
you
cheers.
Cheers.
You get no tea.
I didn't get the memo.
Invisible tea bling. We already see that Jeff Gregg, aka Chuji, who's the lead game designer of World Tanks Mercenaries, is already joining us through Facebook Live. So if you see him, please feel free to harass him, hound him, ask him questions. If he joined the stream, it's for that one reason, and not to, what is it called?
Harass me.
Harass you during live streaming. So anyway, let's hop in or talk a little bit of the World Tanks Mercenaries community map initiative. So this idea actually started from you. It was.
You want to take control of the page?
Of the mouse? Oh yeah, sure, go for it. So let's talk a little bit about how it started. We wanted to do continue player gathering, but because we are just completely jammed up with work, we weren't able to do it. So we're figuring out other ways that we can do a player gathering here in Chicago, aside from extra live and all those good things. And one of the presentations was going to be about you specifically showing about how maps are created.
The process of map design, the time it takes.
Right, and because continue did not happen, then you also said, hey, how about if maybe we can show players how a map is made? And then the idea of the community map was born, where you as a developer, along with the rest of the team, we're going to ask the community questions. And out of those questions, we're going to start, well, you are actually going to start building the map. So can you talk a little bit about
Absolutely.
the beginning process for phase 1?
Well, to back up a little bit, funny enough, the idea of this, I believe, did come up in like meetings about a year ago, but similar to like us not going to Cantigny, is we have all of our own priorities and due dates that it never kind of came to fruition. But now it does seem like the right time. I want to commit to a lot of time to this. And now that we are pushing it, now that we are live and the players are out voting, the next step from here is just waiting to see what the poll has to kind of give us in the results. There is nothing in the game currently at all. I haven't put any work onto designing the map just yet. I want to wait and see what the people want. And then we'll kind of go from there. What I want to look at this as, and I hope all of you guys see it the same way, is that this is kind of like a broad stroke on a canvas, that we are just kind of identifying a blackout of a map. Not necessarily saying this is like the definitive shape and form of this corner of the map of what it's going to look like. This river that passes through is always going to be there. No, I want to work with you guys very closely, like in the forums and via future polls as well, to kind of help reshape this map even further than what it is. And this isn't going to happen just overnight. Like, I'm not going to be able to turn this out and this would go live next week. No,
Right,
no way.
It's going to be several months. So, and we even put a disclaimer in there that if other game features take priority, this will be placed in the back burner.
Yeah.
So we're giving you way information way in advance, so you guys don't misunderstand. Where if something comes up and it has to get pushed, we've notified you, and we're gonna work really, really hard for that not happening. But in the world of game development, things happen and other things have to take priority.
And it's great because we need to know in advance as well. Like, what are the details that we need to know from the players to actually make a community map? So starting now is the right time. What we're going to start with is just kind of a blackout map. We will be using all pre-existing assets that are in World of Tanks now. And any sort of materials and textures. Everything that I'm doing is not going to go through an art pass until like way further down the line when myself and you guys, the players, all agree like this map is ready. This is ready to go live. That is when it kind of goes through the art process, and they spend their several weeks polishing. Well, I shouldn't say polishing it up, but beautifying it. That's right. But one thing I should also mention, I don't know if this was clear on the forum, is in the process, I do plan to put this map live at some point in the future to be playable. And we were talking about having this playable in team training and possibly as like an event mode. It will not be in matchmaker rotation until like this map is ready to just go out, and this is now part of the family of the rest of our dozens of maps.
Yeah, because in reality, it doesn't really make sense to put a map in rotation which has not been massively tested.
Exactly.
So it definitely makes sense to have it published in multiplayer at a later phase. But yeah, in the beginning stages, have you checked what the winning selections are?
I've been kind of refreshing the page. I'm loving the comments. A lot of like great enthusiasm from a lot of our players. I love seeing it too.
Do you want to take a look at the
page?
page?
Let's go ahead and take a look at the page. I found it extremely interesting.
Neutral here.
So yeah, this poll actually is being hosted on the forums. We are trying to overcome that issue where a lot of players have addressed with us, saying that whenever we send a survey, sometimes they don't get the link. And the reason that happens is because whenever we send a mass email, we can only send it to a limited number of players. Why? Because email companies will definitely block us from sending mass emails. You can only send so many to a certain group. Yeah, I know, that's Excalibur is the best. Anyway, I'm derailing. So in order for us to make sure that we're able to reach majority of players in all of our languages that we support through Portal, we are doing it in the forums, and obviously we're including German, French, Russian, and Japanese, as well as English, of course. So throughout this forum post, it even says right there, in order for you to participate, you have to have more than 2,000 battles. While this is a community initiative, we don't necessarily want players to create duplicate accounts and keep adding boats to something that it will affect the game. in a sense that we're bringing something new. However, we don't want someone also who's barely new in the game to cast a vote when they're barely understanding the mechanics of the game and the way it plays. With that said, 5,000 battles, 10,000 battles does not necessarily mean that you know the game, by heart. We even have players who have admitted saying, I have 10,000 battles and I'm still learning from it. So number of battles doesn't necessarily mean that you know too much or too little, but we want to make sure that we give the cap to 2,000. So for the first question, are we back in the map?
Do you want the website?
Yeah, the website. You keep switching back and forward. Are we back? No, we lost it. Yes. Are we?
Hello?
Hello? We're back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back again.
It doesn't want to load up.
Oh, no.
It's gone.
No. Biscuits and gravy. Hold on. What if I go like...
Toggle? No.
Nope.
Wait. Hold up. Let me try one more.
I mean, I can talk a little bit because I know
Yes,
what
yes.
some of the majority votes are kind of leaning into. So I believe the first one is like the camo.
Yes.
And kind of leading the charge is summer, which I kind of half expected. That in like urban, I expected.
Oh,
There we go.
I was hoping that winter because I like snow. Okay, fine.
I like snow when it's supposed to be.
Oh,
Snow.
fine. So we have 320. Okay, so as of right now, 558 community members have voted. And the leading option right here is summer, 327 votes. So in your mind, when you already see that summer is winning, do you have like some ideas of how you're
Something
thinking
else that I kind of, if I had the time, I wish I would have had compiled this to put on the poll as well, was kind of like a topography map of like several options. Like, oh, what do you players think if the map was like in this sort of general shape sort of idea, like a donut shape or
Classic horseshoe.
right?
classic horseshoe. Not to suggest like, hey, this is going to look like this. That is the definitive look of it. So like, seen it as a summer look, I'm like, okay, I am thinking a little bit more, green grass, fields. They voted for hills as well, minimum water.
I
Can you
teased
make it a...
Tankz0rz so he wouldn't drown because he has a tendency of drowning.
Oh, yeah.
Someone actually commented on that. I read that. Yeah.
Can you make it a summer urban map?
Okay, so here's a quick disclaimer. Just because you the players have voted that you want a summer map doesn't mean I'm going to rule out that there won't be like any like city blocks or anything in there. But the primary focus is this is going to be more of... Right now, it sounds like if I had to compare this with any other maps that are in game right now, like a Malnovka, Prohorovka.
And we provided that because you actually gave us the information. So, for example, for higher ground, open range, if you go back to your language or category, it does say here like examples would be Al-Haluf, province, Westfield, and so on.
Yeah, in case things weren't exactly clear,
Right.
Help the players out a bit.
So the following one would be the day-night war storm.
I knew. Well, actually, I'm surprised. Night beat war. Storm. I knew was going to be kind of close to the bottom. I was thinking that people might be more favorable to have more war variants and make things have that theater of war sensation a little bit more.
Right.
I think part of that issue is, I shouldn't say I think, I kind of know this, is some of our other war maps just have a little bit too much debris and like chunks of, debris, chunks of rock and buildings that kind of break up the gameplay that they're used to in said map, that they don't really necessarily want this for a new map.
I mean, because you're also fighting with your environment. You're trying to concentrate on the battle, and then you also have to maneuver through it all. So I could see why it would be...
I can see that argument, but I also wouldn't rule out the idea that, you can absolutely have a map with theater of war and not really be interrupting the gameplay in any way. It's possible.
And then the next one was bodies of water. This is what we were talking about. Minimum water, swamp ponds, lakes, rivers, and coastal. And then you also provided a description of what it could be.
Can drown.
Yeah, can drown.
Nice.
Can drown.
I like these.
Oh, sure you do.
I mean, that's always going to be a negative player experience, right? We try to illustrate, like, on our radars where the shallow and deep parts of the maps are, but you know, sometimes a player might push you in the wrong direction, or you're going too fast and couldn't brake, and next thing you know, you're 10 feet under.
Specifically, if you're trying to stream and read and drive, you'll go underwater.
Get your floaties.
Get your floaties.
Tank floaties. And then we have terrain elevations, mountain, hills, ravines, valley, and flat landscape. Right now, hills is winning. I feel like players are going more towards like a Prohorovka type of
That's
map.
what I'm thinking, yeah.
It's
yeah.
like, come on, we already have that. Let's, I don't know.
It's time for Prohorovka 2.
And then this one got me because I actually thought players were going to ask for minimal, like almost no foliage, and they actually want medium. That one shocked
Players
me
like
the
cover,
most.
like whether or not it's hard cover or at least just, you know, staying invisible from your enemy. But in case there is a little bit of too much ambiguity in terms of what this is asking, minimum is like looking at a map like maybe Sand River or Steppes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more just like plain dry desert in that case. When we're thinking medium, like I am thinking more of like Malinovka, like even like Abbey. Like there's trees there, but it's not a thick brush, but enough to have some cover in certain areas.
I dig it.
Yeah.
And then the region location winning is
Europe.
Europe. Europa.
Still sounds like Prohorovka.
I know. I don't know what to say about this.
We'll make it unique.
Yes. So for all of you who are watching us right now, don't forget this is on the forums. You have to have 2,000 battles to participate. This is phase 1. After Bam1500 creates the map based on your answers on this poll, we're gonna continue to phase 2. When is that going to happen? Not anytime soon, and I will say they would be probably beginning or next year. That would be a good estimation. You have until September 30th to participate in this poll. After that, I'm gonna lock it and all the answers will go to you.
Now, isn't also part of phase 1, this is the poll part, then there's the map creation part, and during that segment, I thought if I'm allowed the flexibility and if the time is available, like I'd even be welcome to show off like works in progress on the forums or such, if that is something that is feasible. But beyond that, is phase 1 also putting the map out to them live to test?
Yes.
And then beginning of phase 2, we want to have a lot more transparency with you guys and sharing the actual play data. What is the win rates versus Team A, Team B, and
where did
the heat
Tankz0rz
maps?
drown?
Where's
Right here.
where are people drowning on a minimum water map?
You're gonna have like one ping, like, how did this tanker drown right here? It's a little puddle, then you go like click on it, it's like Tankz0rz.
I'm like, yep, he found it.
5 out of 6 matches, he just completely drowned in there. Please let us know if you have questions in regards to the community map event. I know a couple of you were asking, several of you in the forums were saying it was a great initiative. I think it's time to kind of bring the community into sharing their thoughts and opinions and contributions into something that's going to make it in game. Not that we haven't, but I feel like this is going to be a really, really positive initiative. Jeff Greg, we can also show flip heat maps and track failing on your side or being inverted.
We can also show where all the trees are being knocked over.
Wait, I hope, okay, it was a little controversy in this because a lot of players were asking if we could track how many trees we could knock and maybe implement an achievement on an award. Would be fun, but then we would be encouraging players to just focus on knocking every single tree in the map rather than play the match. So
you're in a battle still.
Yeah, exactly.
Let the trees be trees.
Guys, win the match over here.
Interesting.
Blind Wild Dog is like, hi gang, he's here. Thank you for joining. Working bushes for camouflage at Dinoceos. Oh, I think he was just answering that.
What is he asking?
I believe something about bushes for camouflage. Oh, I see, like adding it to...
Yeah, that's why they don't want to have just a barren map. Yeah.
It's definitely nice to have at least something, right?
Yeah.
How you were saying before, whether it being hardcover or like soft cover.
Because it caters like to so many different tank types, right?
Yeah,
like an
different
RD and a
styles and
TD
stuff,
can
yeah.
really benefit from those. So there's a lot of players that still want those sort of things,
Even a passive scout.
even a passive scout.
Renegade Central says that he wants more cities.
More cities?
Yeah.
Listen, now that we have you here,
Oh, no.
we need more maps with
Whew.
big cities and lots of hardcover.
Okay.
Can we have that?
Okay.
Okay.
I guess it's done.
Right, I see.
Well, let's. I'm not going to make any sort of commitment to this statement here right now. But if this goes really well in the process of designing this whole community initiative map, maybe like next year we work on round 2. And-
Developer map.
Developer map. they're all developer maps. But what I'm saying is, like, we go into round 2, we take a look at what was voted for and what the players really liked this year, and we take out those, I guess, categories for the round 2.
Wreckage UK over in YouTube Live says, can we have a map with a tunnel? We do have, well, I wouldn't consider it a tunnel.
Most tunnels are very truncated.
Yeah.
Maybe even narrow. But
You would even cause like a blockage scenario in there because if you, I mean, there's certain tanks that kind of climb over tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
I don't know if that would be
depends on how we work it in.
Wicked 1323. A map full of buildings and no open ground makes it a maze.
I can make a maze.
Can you tell us a little bit about Liberty Falls? What's under the waterfall?
Ooh.
Do you know something I don't?
I think there's I think if you go like in dev cam and fly through, there's like a little bunker or something.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have any involvement with that.
Oh, okay.
Who did it? I need
Who
to
did
know
it?
these things. There's a couple of
I was not the map designer
things.
on that one.
Oh, there's a couple things. I think it's in Cliff. There's like a snowman on the lighthouse.
He's
That's kinda-
He's actually not made out of snow. It's made out of sand.
Are you serious? That's the
Yes.
texture that the
Yes.
snowman had. Sandman.
We had to
There
make
you
a
go.
canon to the temperature of the map. It's like, no, it would melt, clearly.
Did Liberty map go away? No, it did not. So don't
Still
freak
there.
out. It's still there. Yeah, I guess players are reminding me about the giveaways. Okay, so since I love Excalibur and I'm just gonna make a decision here, we're gonna give away 2 Excaliburs per channel right now
You wanna
because I love it.
jump into a match and show them how
Oh
much you love
my
it?
God! Okay, yes. Did you
Show it
switch
off.
my
Switch your hoop.
options?
I haven't touched
control.
anything.
Okay, you better not.
Inverted
unless-
reverse.
Maybe you
I
switch
will
it
go
south.
Aladdin on you.
Show me the world.
Yeah, like chop.
I was with you. He's going to show you the world.
Like,
And a magic
fine.
carpet ride.
I went the gruesome way. I'm gonna chop your hand off if you
Oh,
touch
no.
my controller settings.
Well,
Ah.
I'm already preparing for the worst because it might have inverted itself after the update.
Ooh.
Uh,
A Loch Ness map with Nessie to scare away any folk
Wait,
going
what?
to drown. Tankz0rz.
Oh. Renegade Central, while we're here, can we get Tankz0rz to do my accent?
I don't remember his accent.
No, I
don't remember his accent.
go.
there we go. Can you do a stream just doing that? Whole stream.
Just speak
Yeah.
like
Scottish Irish.
my renegade accent.
You sound like a character from How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, jeez.
Insert fantasy name here.
Oh,
I'll
man.
do those voiceovers. Oh, you got the chili pepper on it already.
I know, I decked this. It's not just a chili pepper, but in this side I have,
It's got a demon chili pepper.
yeah, wait, where is it? Dun, dun, dun.
A hunter
Hunter?
demon chili
Mm-hmm.
pepper.
And I have a
Oh
taco
my goodness.
and a potato that you can't see. So, of course, I'm going to deck it up with a taco and a potato.
But have you ever had a potato taco?
I have, actually, chorizo and potatoes.
No, just potato.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I guess.
Yeah, you totally can.
Love
Ooh.
this.
Ooh, where's this guy going?
He's just zigzaggy.
Yeah, I know. You have to keep distance in your eyes in here. Come on. Oh,
Ooh.
see? Artillery already on my
Yeah.
case.
There's only one.
Yeah, I know. And
Is that all-
it's
They're watching the
always
stream.
one.
They're watching the stream. Like, I know where she's at.
It's just so not cool, man. Not cool.
Getting stream already.
Screen looking arty.
There was a comment on the poll.
Mm-hmm.
Someone suggested put a roof over the entire map, so arties can't play.
A roof of the entire map. Wait, what?
Like a sky dome.
Oh.
Like a whole sky dome. Here's my response to that.
Uh-huh.
I'll put a whole roof over a map, but think of it like the spaceships from Independence Day. You know, it covers a whole city. It'll be way up there, and the artists can still do their fire. It'll lob.
Artillery. They
mean-
never let me play.
If you want to, if we technically want to get technical, right? I mean, there's a dome already there.
There's already a
You already have a roof.
Wasn't this a Simpsons episode where Mr.
was-
Burns tried to block the sun?
Yeah.
Is that the movie?
No, it was an episode.
No, it's not
Simpsons
separate, but
always
I think it's
thought about
like
it.
based off of a book. I think it was. A
Let's
Stephen King
highlight
book.
this artillery.
Okay.
Dang it, artillery gets me when I'm on stream. They know I probably need to hide my name or change it at this
Wow,
point.
this is a slaughter.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Supposed to be on our side.
I mean, she was hyping up this tank
This
and wrecking
listener was
faces
the last
before.
time that we saw Bam1500 in his stream. You can do it, green team. Nope. Wait a minute. Nope. Support.
Boom goes the Ripper.
Wait, okay, so I forgot we didn't even say what we were gonna
We got excited.
yeah, I know, because you're like, oh, let's play this tag. Okay, anyway, for a chance to win an Excalibur along with your gamer tag, I want you guys to type in chat if you already voted on the community map poll. Click yes or no, or type in yes or no. And if it's a no, what are you waiting for?
Vote.
We're gonna shame you.
Do you take
I wanna
off
play next
poll ballots? Can I give you my ballot right now?
You don't have the
You
Excalibur?
have to submit it through the
my.
website.
Alright. I just wasn't sure. I was trying to get 2 votes, okay?
Chuck Rudder, he said shout out. So, shout out. I'm gonna hop in the next match. I feel completely unfulfilled.
You'll do better this
Thanks to artillery trying to obliterate me whenever I'm. Always every stream artillery.
It was
they're
funny
active.
because
They
that was also a
know.
map with a lot of like artillery cover.
Actually,
Could have hidden the
this
building.
is all Jeff Gregg's fault. If he's definitely watching. He put a bounty on my head. It's like, oh, if you destroy
see him
Raibot
doing that.
with artillery, we'll give you like a bunch of silver. And it has not stopped since then. I think word gone around and it just stuck. I'm not an achievement, guys. Just like, don't destroy me with artillery. It's not fair.
What if there's a reverse bounty?
Ooh,
If
destroy
they s-
2G?
No, if you're in an artillery and they see you in the game and they don't destroy you.
It's not flying. We're like, oh, goody goody.
We tried.
Goody
The original bounty's
gumdrops.
still on. Go for it, Artie.
This tank is fast. I like this tank a lot. Hold on. Who here? Who's here?
I say that, but then I also suffer because when we're on stream, I also play on this account. So
Oh, we're down.
So
to
you're
the
just
all
bottom.
get
hurting.
artied,
You all get artied, and you just drown on her. So your stats are fine.
my stats are fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, crash.
Oh, is that
Oh, it's artillery.
No, he's a ninjutsu man.
Oh, oh, the emblem.
Mm-hmm.
Q. Are you selecting the winners? What's happening?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Comments are
Oh
going.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I see a lot of people that voted.
I'm about to vote.
Creek Crusher screams, Raibot! Creek Crusher! Thanks for joining! You are the best! Thank you for watching us do crazy things.
We got to check the poll after this, just to see how much the numbers have jumped.
Yeah. Ooh, let's refresh that page. Let's refresh the page.
I didn't realize that that your tank's like turret was able to turn so much.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
It's like
yeah.
what, like almost like 180 degrees?
for a chunk
End to end.
tank.
Yeah. Wait, the who tank now?
Chunk.
Is that it's official? and
I've
official
been
name?
using that word a lot lately, chunk.
Yeah.
Do you know what chunk means?
Yeah, it's that cat.
It's a fat cat, yes. But it's like chunk, like.
And I exit the stream.
Who doesn't love chunk? I posted on Twitter, we like chunk, Tankz0rz, and not lie. And then some other players decided to write all the Sir Mix-a-Lot lyrics in World Tanks Mercenaries form. It was magical. It was magical. Come on, I know. He's going back and forward. Make them visible.
I think there are some users asking why the servers are down for PS4.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I just saw a message. Someone said that they might be having issues.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm sure Max Scales is already watching the stream and taking care of it. Very interesting, when players report it, it immediately gets escalated through Max Scales' channels. So, since he's watching, it will get taken care of.
The top people are on it.
Ooh, I just saw a tree being knocked out far away, which means they're right there.
Did you count the seconds that, like, you know, the sound passed that you heard it fall? It's kind of like lightning and thunder.
What's the distance between the sound and the,
I don't remember, but it was something about counting from when you see it and when you hear it.
yeah.
Determines how close it is.
Yeah, how far that was.
Ah. It's okay, we'll get him. I need to protect Artie. He's just chilling in there. See, he's already asking for help.
Is your Artie buddy?
Yeah. We're Artie friends.
Artie bro?
Oh, I thought he was gonna go forward. Hold on. Oh, these
Save your
guys got him.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. Whoa.
No, your friend is gone.
Everybody's there.
No?
Ah. Let's move a little closer. Escalate up here. So what are you excited about this community map? Obviously you're gonna be having a lot of creative freedom in a sense. I mean, you're basically gonna be guided by the answers of the players.
Yes.
But have you something in mind as of right now based on what's available from the players?
A little bit, yeah. What is great about just kind of working in our tool to map design is I just put my headphones on and I just kind of rock it, and just like over time, over the next few weeks,
Oh wow.
after having the results, I'm just kind of working something out. Sometimes we like to use real-world reference areas to kind of give us an outline of, say, roads or hills of something, just to kind of give us a rubric. Other times, I just try to feel it out. I like to jump from maybe start in one corner, indicate where a nice location for a base should start at, and put the opposite enemy team on the opposite end of the map. Start kind of polishing up one corner of the map, get a little bit tired of it. I'm like, okay, let's take a look over here. I like to try to create, I'm not going to call them biomes, but just differentiate locations around the map to give the player a sense of location awareness. So they know at any time, without even having to look at the radar, that they should know where they are at in the map. And that's why it's important that a lot of our World of Tanks maps have like landmarks. That you have a large object or a tall object in the distance to kind of give you a frame of reference as to where you are at. That might be even a good thing to put in like the phase 2 poll, like what sort of landmarks do you guys see as a viable feature in this map?
Statue of a giant chili pepper, you know.
Oh,
Something along the lines of that.
so here's another little disclaimer, because we do want to work with all of our pre-existing assets. Like, we have a large library of assets in World of Tanks. Jump into any map. If you guys see something that like, oh, you know, it'd be great to see in like a new map, it's like this building here. Don't suggest something like the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
That's like very exclusive for the one. But like there won't really be any sort of initiative to ask our, like, hey, the community really wants to see like the Statue of Liberty or something in one of the maps.
Maybe
It's like,
it's you know, on the outskirts of Paris. Who knows?
yeah.
It's leaving, making the trip.
Mhm.
What would be the likelihood that we'll see assets from other maps? Because right now, Summer's winning, but could we maybe potentially see assets from maybe Halloween mode in it? Or there is freedom, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Since, okay.
I don't want to get silly
Are
with
you
it.
suggesting adding the crazy tentacle?
Yes!
Oh my
Oh.
Ghost train?
Yes! Wouldn't that be cool? Summer is like Ghost Train. It's just completely out of nowhere. I would love to see that.
You know what? I
mean,
won't
it's just
say
crazy.
no, but my goal is to make a playable map that is fun by the community, well balanced, and just a nice variety.
Do you have a preference for either like symmetrical or asymmetrical map design?
I prefer symmetrical, but variation in both the landscape and like assets. So in one, let's say you got two bases, Team A, Team B, in different corners of the map. One side has a lot of like mountainous rock cover versus the bottom side, a lot of building cover, stuff like that. The map itself will look and feel, I shouldn't say feel, but look asymmetrical, but the actual placement of props and whatnot
Would be
should be
somewhat
symmetrical.
balanced,
Yeah.
okay.
If I put a little bit of sniper cover in the north, I'm going to put a little bit of sniper cover in the south. You
Yeah.
know, the game's all about giving fair advantage. Another perk about working on this map is, aside from all of our existing maps that are in the game right now, anytime I do a map rebalance, my only power is to really move around the capture points, the objective, and the spawn points, right? This one gives us the ability to move around mountains if we really wanted to, rivers, moving mountains, with the power of the people.
We have the old gamer says we need more Pilsen variants, dead man tanking, wildcats running around. Someone suggested Sprunk Nickel 427 New York City Apocalypse map. Escape from my Snake Pilsen map. Wow, okay. Flying saucers on a city map.
How about more maps like Ghost Town? Because I would
I love
assume
Ghost
that'd
Town.
be something popular for, you know, our players that like to do competitive gaming.
I think I literally just saw a comment go by like, no more Ghost Town. It was just kind of a funny coincidence. Oh yeah, no Ghost Town duplication, please.
I'm not saying like exactly duplicated, right? But,
But
like,
something very symmetrical like that,
Yeah.
right?
where like, you know, Team A and B have the same.
Exact same
Yeah.
advantage. I'm not against that. Yeah, I think we could benefit from more ideas like that. And you know what? Like, I can set up the map that way, put it into a test environment for the players. They can tell us if they love it or hate it.
It's supposed to be 2 winners per channel.
Oh, we have 2 winners per channel.
Oh, we do? Cool.
Oh, we have 2 winners per channel.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, we have
Are we ready?
2 winners per channel.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just like, I only see 3 names. I'm sorry I doubted you,
That's
Tankz0rz.
okay.
No, it's not okay. Anyway, are we? Yeah, I think we're ready because we are running out of time for the stream. You want to do the
Our
honor?
first winner is Tyler Schmidt. He said he has not had time to vote.
Tyler, you know what? We're gonna withhold your present until you go in and vote.
In their defense, because they can't find it.
Wait, what do you mean you can't find it?
I can't find it.
Just go under forums and then you're going to go under general discussion, maps, and just go to community map.
I'll,
Phase 1.
Yeah. It's the only section available for under maps.
Is there a better way to highlight it on the forums?
Yeah,
So it's not
actually,
dug so
I'll
deep
make
in?
sure. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll make it into an announcement. So whenever you log in the forums, it's gonna be the one thing that you're gonna see first.
Cool.
So.
Cool.
Our second winner is Junak Rise, and they also said no. Sorry, the first winner's gamer tag is I Yell Valhalla. I mean, I Yell Valhalla. The second winner is Quantum Leap, spelled really funny. So congratulations.
Oh my God!
Quantum
He
Leap.
plays on Xbox 350.
Yeah.
Nice. I've never
that's
played
the
on that console
yeah,
before.
that's a prototype. Microsoft has it under lock and key.
Wow, you're lucky you have
He
a
got it.
prototype Xbox 350. Congrats.
Our third winner is Radiance Games, and he said no.
What's
Has
going on
not
with these?
voted yet.
This is like winning with a slash of, we're gonna call you out for not voting. You
Do
know
we-
what? I'm gonna withhold your tanks
Yeah,
Do
that's
we-
what I was gonna say. We're gonna hold all the tanks until you vote.
until you vote.
We can track that. Do we have any winners that voted?
We'll get to that. Player's name or gamer tag is Radiance33 on PS4. Congratulations. What order are we on? Fourth winner, I lost count. Fourth winner is Wreckage UK, and he says not yet. Gamer tag Wreckage UK. We're holding your tank so you vote. Our fifth winner is Gucci Mane, and it says no. Their gamer tag is Gucci Mane 212. I haven't voted yet because
Wow.
that's either all
You
he
didn't
wrote
even finish your
or
sentence.
all like I
He followed up with a
I
second
followed
comment
it,
that got
yeah.
lost.
Oh God.
and our sixth, eighth, ninth, I lost count. Final winner is Tankz0rz
You ran
Pro.
out of fingers.
I ran out of fingers.
Yes, you only have this many.
I only count with
Yes.
They're all thumbs.
Tankz0rz Pro. And
And?
gamer tag is Tankz0rz Pro, and they're on PS4, and they did not vote. So all of our
I'm
winners.
mad
All right
now.
then.
All right.
This is easy though. You could hold all the tanks.
You know
until
what?
they
Yes. I'm gonna look you up in the forums, and if I don't see your name, you better post a comment. I'm gonna withhold your presence.
vote.
I
Maybe.
have the power.
You know what? Maybe this is a player strategy. Let the all the
Yeah,
early
that's what I was
voters.
gonna say.
They have till September 30th, correct?
Yes. Oh,
So
I see what you mean.
they're like, okay, let's see how we can
Right
sway.
Now, right now we all think we're getting summer, and guess what?
Bam!
Urban.
Arctic Urban.
Arctic Urban. Night
I
day.
see. I see.
What if you get a tie? What if it's a night and day tie?
Ooh.
Are you gonna have like a twilight?
Eclipse.
Or not? Yeah, I was gonna say eclipse.
Oh man.
Lunar eclipse.
Half
or
the
solar
map
eclipse.
will be day,
I like
and then you go
that.
through a threshold, and it's night.
You go through a really long tunnel, and then it turns into night on the other side. I like it.
Oh man, I want this map to be fun and creative and weird. I'm looking forward to tentacles and spaceships flying around in the middle of summer.
And ghost trains.
And ghost
If I can
trains.
say one last thing for the
Sure.
map in terms of constructive feedback coming from the players, like tell me if you guys hate it. Love it or hate it, tell me that you guys don't like it. But be specific about what it is on the map
Yes.
you guys don't like.
I don't like it because spawn points are too close, or like
Something like that, or
Yeah.
the big mountain in the middle is actually creating a divisive version of the game that we didn't want.
Right. And when it comes to, all jokes aside, especially for the people that have not voted, this initiative was created for you guys, and we definitely want you to participate. So if you have a chance, it doesn't really take more than 10 minutes, actually less than that. Go into the forums and vote. The number of voters that obviously are going to go in there, it's literally the number of players who are committed and want to see these type of changes into the game. The more you vote, the more you're going to see of these events happening in the future. So please, please, please vote. We could only take the votes that we have right now, but we want the community to get involved, and that can only happen as long as you guys hop in on that poll and submit your vote and participate and share your feedback. Without your feedback, without your votes, this wouldn't happen. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's my yelling. I was not yelling, but I should have yelled, but I'm gonna keep it nice. but I wanted to yell.
Yeah, but we're just playing. We'll give you your tanks.
You think.
You think.
You think. Please vote. Seriously. I want to thank Bam1500 for joining the stream. We're hopefully going to see more of you, especially with the progress and what's happening with the map.
I'm looking forward to it. Yep.
So thank you, Bam1500. Thank you so much for everyone joining in. Congratulations to all of the winners who are not going to have their tanks until they vote. And make sure you join in the forums, vote, participate. Don't forget, +1, -1 matchmaking is coming and it's around the corner. The Excalibur is available for purchase. It's a gorgeous, amazing tank. I love it, even though the 2 matches that I had in there, obviously artillery gets me all the time. Sad story, but it's true. And for next week, don't forget, weekly assault, Thursdays, 2 p.m. Central Time. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.
Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Adios. We keep waving.
Yeah. Keep waving. Keep waving. Yeah.